Okay, now let's start with some more examples. From your book only, test your understanding. You will notice these two sums are there. Clear? It is different from the previous one. Here it is given. In the previous one, you have found out directly simple interest and amount. Now here you have to find out the simple interest, but it is not given in the direct form. Here it is given what is the interest on rupees 4500. That means on rupees 4500 means this is the actual amount money, that means principal. Clear or not? From January 5 to May 31st. That means this is the time. Here time is given in days. That means from this time you have to find out, convert into years. 2011 at 8% per annum. Always you will notice that rate of interest is per annum is given or not. If it is per month or means per month or it will give, then you have to convert into years. Clear? Now principal is the original amount 4500, rate of interest 8%. Now time it is given January 5 to May 31. Now in the first video I told you when the days will count, in which way the days are counted means the day which day the money is borrowed, that day the bank or who will provide you the loan, they will not calculate or count that day, but the day which day you will return the amount, they will calculate that day. Clear or not? So on the basis of that, it is given from January 5. So that means that day the person has borrowed the money. So you will not calculate the 5, you will start from 6. So January 6 to 31, how many days? 26 days. Then February 2011, so it is not leap year, so it will be 28 days. Then March it will be 31 days, April it will be 30 days, and till May 31st, that means it will be 31 days. So total when you will count, it comes 146 days. Now as it is days, so you have to convert into year, that means divided by 365 years. Clear or not? Understood? And if suppose here months will be there, then you have to divide by 12. Clear or not? Now after that you find out the simple interest, PRT by 100, put the values, solve it, it will come rupees 144. Here you can simplify, here also I have multiplied, then I have done. Clear? But you can do the calculation according to your comfortable way. Clear? But whenever working column will be required, you must have to use the working column, student. Got it? So this is the another way to find out the simple interest. If number of days you have to calculate. Clear or not? Now more one question is there in your book. The simple interest on a sum of money is 4 by 9 of the principal. 4 by 9 of the principal, and the number of years is equal to the rate percent per annum. What is the rate percent per annum? Read the question thoroughly, carefully, repeatedly. Told sum of money means principal sum of money means a particular money is 4 by 9th of the principal, means which is the original amount, it's 4 by 9th part. Clear? And the number of years 4 by 9th times, and the number of years is equal to the rate percent per annum. So nothing is given to you. So as rate of R and T are equal, number of years and rate percent are equal. So here it is given to you R is equal to T, and Here principal also it is not given to you, but told 4 by 9 times of the principal. So if it will not be given to you, you can consider sum, which one it is given sum of money, it will be as P, which is the sum of money means principal, it will be as P, or you can consider X also, no problem. Then simple interest will be what? According to the condition, 4/9 of the principal, 4/9 of the principal, yes or no? Now, after an R and T are same, so now simple interest is what? PRT by 100. So in place of T, I can write R also because these two are same. So what you have got? This PP you can cancel. You know or not how to cancel this one from both sides? If same number or same alphabet or whatever will be there, you can cancel if it is in the same place. Clear or not? Now in this way you will solve 4 by 9 R square, then square root. This is the answer, rate of interest. Clear? So in this way you can find out sums. So today up to this much. In the next day I will show you some more examples, and on the basis of that I will give you one homework page also. Clear? This is the homework you will solve. Clear? These 5 sums are the homework. I will attach it as a document. You will solve this one. On the basis of these sums and whatever I have taught you, on the basis of that concept, these are the 5 sums I have given you. You will solve it. I think students you have understood. This chapter, it is totally new concept, maybe or in class 7, maybe you have learnt it, but still then this is the very important chapter. Means when you will grow up, when you will you start doing job or something, you will earn money, this concept will be required to you. It will help you. Yes or no? Clear students? Have you understood?